Hey everyone, Jason at Canyon Adventure Vans. Today I'm going to show you how to install the GSS garage storage system made for the Storyteller mode. First thing you're going to do when you get it is bring it inside your garage so we can line up the brackets so you can bolt it down to the L-track. So when I'm bringing it in here, I'm sliding it until it butts right up against the threshold that separates the garage from the galleyway. Okay, so I butt it right up against it. I don't want it sitting on top of this, I just want to butt it right up against it. So then I'm going to take these L brackets that we have on our system and loosen them up, and we just barely tighten them for shipping purposes. And then you're going to slide them right over the center of the L track. Let me show you another. So you're going to have an L bracket that either looks like a regular L bracket, 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, or you're going to have this style. Hopefully you get this style. Either way, it won't matter. This one just a little bit easier. So instead of using a bolt and a wrench to tighten it, all you have to do is use the knob to tighten it. But because of everything that's happening with post-COVID, supplies are hard to get, and this is one of those things that they come and go. So it might go out this way with a regular L bracket, and then you'll have a L-track stud that goes right in your L-track, and then this will slide, your bracket will slide over this, and then you'll tighten it down. If that's not the case, it'll be just like this with this style of system with a knob that you tighten down, okay? All right, so once I line that up, I wanna line this bracket up and get it dead center of my L-track. I come in here, get it in place. Looks good, I'm happy with that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it. You're gonna get one of these hex wrenches in your kit anyways, so you won't have to worry about getting the right tool. All right, so tighten that in place. If your hex wrench gets stuck in there, you just got to wiggle it till it comes undone. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here. Loosen this one. Okay, just enough so it'll slide. Okay, so now I'm going to slide that one over this L track. Again, I want it dead center. And you can line it up by these lines here, so it makes it really easy, very efficient. Okay, that's good. Now crank it down, get it real nice and tight. Put one more in there. And this is the hardest part about the whole deal. It's just getting these lined up. We originally tried to already have these already preset, but we noticed with all the Storytellers, it's never the same. So it could be off 1/2 inch, it could be off 3/4 of an inch, and you're gonna have to move them anyways. So we just put them on there. Okay, next step. You're gonna take your L-track stud, just like so, drop that in. I like to hold the GSS off the wall a little bit, especially in the Beast. So we're gonna go, we'll go right there. We're gonna do the same thing over here. Okay. Get this out of the way. Again, it's either you're gonna use these nuts or you're gonna use this style to screw it on by hand, okay? All right, next step, we're gonna slide this and we're gonna put it right on top of those studs. And one person should be able to do this. If you have two, that's great, but you don't even have to hardly do any lifting. You're just using it as an angle like I'm doing. Just kind of adjusting it. So it's gonna go back just a little bit. You'll get a feel for it and see, kind of just wiggle it a little bit until it slides right down on there. I'm good on that one. Now this one I need to adjust a little bit. You kind of just lift it up. Just reach in here, just like that, okay? If you have two people, it makes it super easy, but I'd like to do it by myself just to show you that anybody can do it. Now I'm going to square it up, kind of slide it back. Again, normally I would go probably half the distance, but because of all the bags back here, I'm going to hold it off a little bit. Okay. All right, now we're going to take the nuts that we supply, and you're going to crank those down on here. Okay, just hand tighten both of them. All right, then you're going to need a 9/16 open end wrench. Okay, and then what you'll do is just tighten these. You won't be able to use this side because you won't be able to get it over the nut all the way, so you have to use the open end. Okay, and just plan on being here for about 5 minutes if you have this style, and you're just going to bolt these down. Again, you'll go back, just make sure that everything's nice and square and straight, but that's all you have to do is just tighten these down. Make sure they're in the grooves because you don't want to tighten it down and then have it pop right off. So you can tell on these grooves the way that it's supposed to be. I'll always test it and see if I can lift it up. If I can lift it up, then I need to slide it either back or I need to bring it forward. Okay? And then that's it. You just sit here and crank these down until they're completely tight, and then your GSS will be completely installed. If you got the cub packs, you'll slide the 3 cub packs in here, and then once that's done, the very last thing that you're going to do is we're going to put Velcro onto the bottom of the bed. And the reason that we do that is to eliminate when the bed's sitting here, and if you're driving, you don't want it bouncing up and down and rattling, so we Velcro the top. Okay, super simple. All we do, we've already put the Velcro, the soft side, on the top of the GSS. We take the other side, and then you're going to sit here and peel this and put it right here like this, right on top, not on top of the leg, but right on top of here, just like so. You'll take the other one, peel the back off, do the same thing, put it right dead center, fold it back, and then you'll do the third one right here. And then when you're all said and done, you'll just bring this down and it'll sit right on the Velcro, and it won't move, it won't rattle, it won't be popping when you're hitting rough roads. And that's it. You're all set up with your GSS. It's all bolted down. You got your tabletop here. Hot tip, if you don't already know, most of you do, but when you're using this system, I like to take this pad off, and instead of blocking my view or throwing it somewhere else, what I'll do is I'll unpeel this one, and then I'll put this back on here, like so. And then that way it's out of the way. If you got the CSS, you could be sitting on here, have something towards your back that feels nice. If not, if you're just to stand and work, eat, whatever, you have this whole system, and now you have organized storage underneath. So that's how you install the GSS made for the Storyteller mode.